it's very important now something else in your attitudes. The resistance. You will feel that what I'm telling you, you will feel that within you rises up very often will be rising up the resistance. You will want to say something. You will want to dispute with me, or you will be disagree with what I'm telling you, because it's normal way. It's very normal. Because when a person starts with the studying of real spirituality, then his ego revolts, because the ego can't get any reward of your study of the spirituality. And that's why the ego whispers you, leave it, go away, it's nothing for you, it's not for you, you are not able to do it, or it's nothing, forget it, in one word. And you must overcome it. You must still, every time, build up your power to not to listen to your ego. The ego that ruled you all your life. You are probably 40 or 45 or 60, maybe even 20, but still you are completely enslaved by your ego. You don't understand it naturally. You protest within yourself what I say. But still it's like this. And you must agree with me, not with me. I don't say a word of myself. Now when I don't ask you to follow me, I don't follow myself. But what we are studying is, you are studying about yourself. Only through Zohar you will learn yourself. It's not the study of someone, a Rabbi teaches you something of the school of this, another Rabbi teaches you another school, or this priester will like this, or different religions. No, there is no religion in the Kabbalah. There is only the light and Kli, and the interaction between them. Your Masach, your own Masachim, Masach, and the plural is Masachim, screen or screens. Your own screens and the screens in the system of the universe. The Etz Chaim, the tree of life. And you bring yourself in conformity with them. That's all. So still, it's upon you. You must overwin it. Still, and some people leave the battle in the midst of the battle. They leave the battlefield. It's a question of, it's a personal way, but you must still overwin if you desire, if you are longing to become the winner in the life. Someone who wants to be a loser, let him be a loser. So now we are coming in the place under the navel, and under the navel, the place, in that place came this Binah, and the Binah, let's say under Binah, the part of the Binah under the navel, under the tabor. And this is, from that begins this is the place of four worlds, four spiritual worlds, the first of which, under the navel, is Atzilut, and then Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiya. Within, so when the Malchut, or the end Malchut, raised up till the middle of the place between the navel and the point of this world. How it became. Also, this was a kind of mechanism from above, because there was no way to give light into this, to make tikkun of this place behind, under the navel. How should the light come over there? There are no kilim. In order to let the light in, penetrate, we must have the kilim, the receivers. So in order now, there was not possible, out of the provision of the first restriction, to let the light come, the light of Chokhmah, and the light of Chokhmah is the light of the life, come into this place. Then it was a provision to bring the Malchut, the end Malchut, the Malchut that doesn't allow itself to bring the light in here. It's impossible anymore to bring the light into the Malchut. So the Malchut raised up to the Binah. And there is a law, when the lower Madrega, we call it, the lower stage, like this, step, spiritual step, comes into the higher spiritual step, then it becomes like a higher spiritual step. So in this way, the Malchut raised up till the Binah. Of this, ascended up till the Binah, of this place, of the Parsuf, the Binah, that descended under the tabur, under the navel, in order to resemble herself, in order to combine two powers. Because after the first restriction came a new, or manifested itself in the world, something like what we are calling din, stringency, how do you call it, restriction, din, the law, just like, how do you call it, strength, how do you call it, severity, yes, the severity, just like this is din. And Binah has the powers of rachamim, of mercy, chasadim also, how do you call it, chasadim, of the loving kindness, and in such a way the world would exist, would be able to exist. The world, according to the first restriction, would not endure, but the world, according to the second restriction, would well endure. The Malchut makes itself smaller. In place of to see 5 lights, she comes to Binah, and she sees only 2 lights before her, only Keter and Chokhmah of Kelim, of the Sfirot. That's smaller, but she can use her resemblance with Binah, and she could receive the light of Binah. So in this place, after the rising up of the Malchut, up till about a half of this place, under the navel, under the tabur, where became a world, we call it a world Nikudim. The name of Nikudim. Nikuda is a point. And why? Because there were only 10 Sfirot. They were formed as 10 Sfirot, but only 1 Sfira was 1/10 of Sfira was only existed. Only Keter of the Keter, because 1/10 of every Sfira was existed only, and not the fully Sfira. Because every Sfira exists, also has 10 points of 10 dots, you can say. Before they are built up, they are like dots, just like we see stars in the sky. Look at in the daytime, we see the light, the sun shines, and we see only the light everywhere. And in the night we see only the spots, like in such a way, maybe we can compare this world Atzilut, the world Nekudim, points. And so 10 points were like this. And then came the light, a great light from above. How we will study, or you will study apart, separately, but we will step by step. I will explain more and more about this previous knowledge of Kabbalah in the places where we will study. And this light came through this. And the place where the Malchut rised up to the Binah, this place, the name of this place is Parsa. Parsa. Parsa means the, how do you call it? The place where it is finished. Up till this place the end. You can say the end. The bottom place, the boundary line, like this. Doesn't matter, but better to learn this word parsa. this parsa, and the light, upper light, came through this parsa, and the light, and then all this place was broken. All these 10 spheroids were broken. And before that, the Malchut, when the Malchut ascended up till the Binah, halfway this place under the navel, under the tabor, and stood over there, the light could already draw up till this parsa. So we see in the second, as a result of the second restriction, the light could already come till the parsa, so halfway of this place lower. So this is already tikkun, a great tikkun. And now was left only a half behind, up till the place of this world. And for this was no way to correct it. And that's why was also a provision, a new provision from above. There came a great light of Chokhmah and came through this place. And the name of this place is Tiferet. Because we will see why. So, up till this place is from the Tabur to this place are 6 Sfirot, Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, Chesed, Gura, Tiferet. Half a Tiferet. And under this parsa was the second part of Tiferet, how we will study, and then Netzer, Hod, Yesod, and Malchut. So in this place which was under this parsa, no way was to let the light over there come. By that was no way to ensure that the creation would be perfect. That's why was made up as a next provision. Everything this is in the tree of life, the system, how it functions from above, in order to create this creation and a human being. So, and in order to make the kelim, to receive the receivers of the light, to be that would endure the light, and in such a way the light came through this parsa, and then at the end of this parsa stands the Malchut, the end Malchut, and behind under the Malchut the light is not allowed to enter. Why? Because then the Tzimtzum Aleph, the first Tzimtzum, starts to work as a kind of prohibition to receive in the Malchut, because everything what is happening to the higher degree is the law for the lower degree. That's why this place is Zir and Pin and Malchut were broken and mixed up with each other. And that's why what something happened here was very something special, because Zir and Pin, a part of Zir and Pin, a higher part of the Zir and Pin stood before, above the parsa, and the lower part stood under the parsa, in such a way, above the parsa was well allowed to receive the light, and under the parsa not, but under the parsa not, in such a way, all these sphirot, they mixed up with each other. They were broken, and every piece that was broken has now something that has light, and something that doesn't have light. And now, after this, they were broken, and they felt underneath, under the parsa. And now is the question, and was a great provision. Why? Because otherwise, it was no way to give the light under the parsa. And the whole correction, well, everything what we learned up till now is, and we will see further, is how to enable the creation to receive its perfect state. So in such a way, everything was broken in this world Nikudim has light in itself, and it has places where no light is. And this is the point where the appearance of the klipot, of the shells, and of the unclean powers. How? We will see, because here was really the wishes under the parsa was the wishes to receive the light for itself, and the loneliness for the light was tremendous. And now these pieces, every piece has a little bit light in itself, and a little bit, and other pieces of where no light is. And now is the light, and normally the light comes in and the light comes out in order to form a new partsuf, a new tikkun, a new 10 sphirot that will go lower, can bring the light lower in lower sections. So it was also here all these remembrances about this, what was here, what was going, what they took place here, came to the source, to the Rosh, to the head of this Bina, in the up above the Tabur, and it gave birth to the world Atzilut, to the next world, and this is the world of correction, the world Atzilut, where the Zohar starts to speak about. And now came the world Atzilut, and the Atzilut has 2 parts in itself. 10 sphirot on the right side, this is like light, and has the function to correct this partsuf or world nikudim that was broken, and now it takes for itself every part of this partsuf of 10 sphirot of Atzilut, takes for itself a suitable partner from the broken world Nikudim in order to correct him. The highest, the Keter, takes the the best ones of these broken parts. Then the lower takes the lower parts, and it leaves worse parts too for lower parts of the Partsuf. In such a way, what was built up from this scherfen, from these fragments, was built up the world Atzilut. Yeah, again consisting of two parts. Where the right part is the masculine, and the left part is that must be corrected is feminine. Masculine must give, and the feminine wants to receive, and both both are functional, because the masculine wants to give, and its quality, its destination is to give. Without this destination, it can't develop itself. It can't fulfill its function, and the left must receive. In such a way, this is the world Atzilut, the world, and means the world of Tikkun, the world of correction. And under the Parsa, the place where that was under the Parsa, in that place were created three worlds: Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiyah. From the lower part of Tiferet, under the Parsa, was created the Bria. From the Netzach, Hod, Yesod were created Yetzirah, the world Yetzirah, and from the Malchut was created Asiyah. So it was already created, all the worlds up till the point of this world. What do you need more? And still was something still not yet finished. So we see the light can now come up till the world Asiyah, up till the point of this world. Now it's complete? No, it is not yet complete. The Creator left the finishing touch for a human being. Within these four worlds, Atzilut, Bria, Yetzirah, Asiyah, was created Adam and Chava, Eva. And they gave birth to others, etc. How we will study it in the Zohar itself. But the finishing touch is given to them. How? There are still fragments of light with emptiness, with unclean powers, with that are still not corrected. And all 6,000 years, every man, every human being, every single person must bring up within himself, from under his place. Every person has his place that is called where is the place where these fragments are still lying and waiting up till they will be corrected. So we must make selections to bring up these fallen places, fallen fragments to the Atzilut through the worlds Asiyah, and then to the world Yetzirah, and then to the world Bria, to the Atzilut. This is the task what we must do. And then when every person will do this, when all the time will come when the all the mankind will bring it in such a way, will correct itself. How? That we will study this. Don't have doubts, just listen, hear, and be receptive what you are hearing. We don't have still, there is a lot of to do further to study, but I just try to say it in a global way, very shortly. In such a way, everything, all the corrections will be made after 6,000 years of correction. And everything will come up to the Absolute. And this will take 6,000 years. And then it will be the 7,000th year of Shabbat. Where it will be very tremendous changes. I will not tell it what it will be. But also destructions. But what kind of destructions? Transformations, but we will see it on the right place. I will tell it Bezrat Hashem. Bezrat Hashem, how do you call it? With God's help. You will hear me very often to say Bezrat Hashem, with God's help. With God's help. It's very important to say when you are saying something. I will always say Bezrat Hashem. Tomorrow I go somewhere. You know that you will go. You will promise something, and afterwards you can perform it, and then you sit. You have all these things which you're saying, and you didn't fulfill it, and this will destruct your system. How? You will study it. You will learn it. So the 7,000th year, where there will be transformation of everything what was corrected and left it up. And then it will be the 8th, 9th, and 10th thousand years, where the Absolute will descend from the point of the Parsa 3 times. 1,000 years it will descend to the Bria, including the Bria. Then the 9,000 year it will descend to the Yetzirah, including the Yetzirah. And then the 10,000 year it will descend to the Asiya, the world Asiya, and it will come to the point of our world. And this is what is written in the Torah, that the feet of the Mashiach, of the Redeemer, will come to stay at the Olijfberg, at the Olive Mountain. Yes, in the Olive Mountain. It's written like this. It means that the light would be fully filled here up till the point of this world. And then it means that no place would be empty. No place will be for the evil. Because everything will be corrected. And the Absolute, the world of light, of godly light, will come to this point. Will all the universe up till the point of this world will be filled with the glory of the light of Ein Sof. And in such a way will be this is the tremendous plan of the creation. And from this point we will start in the next lesson, Bezrat Hashem, we will start the learning of the Ma'amar HaShoshana, of the water lily, that handles the world of Atzilut, of the Malchut, of the building up of this Malchut. How she was built up and filled with light, her relationship with the Zeran being, with other godly family. And learn it, please, at home, but first of all, pay attention, above everything, pay the attention to your attitudes. No knowledge, you must rely on the knowledge you have. No one asks you to forget it, but don't apply it when you're studying the Zohar. But I heard this, I read this. No, nothing. Nowhere in the world you can study the Zohar the way what is given to me, to give it, to try to give it to in the way that it will help. And I can say it, I may say it because it's not mine, it's not my wisdom, it's not my system. Then I say it, that it's given to me. And that's why I want to share it, whilst I am still alive, to share it with you. Because we are mutually interconnected with each other. And we can't escape in just to study for yourself. You must share it, the knowledge of God, the knowledge of Ein Sof, with our other people, others who wants to know one's master.